Hey, y'all, and welcome back to our summer devotional series as we continue our pilgrimage through the Holy Land. After 4 episodes, we're finally leaving the Jerusalem area, heading south to the city of Bethlehem. That's what you're seeing right now. This is modern day Bethlehem. Yes, they had KFCs. I also found a bunch of McDonald's in Jerusalem. Thought that was kind of fun. But this is the city that Mary and Joseph would have went to for the census, the city that Jesus would have been born in. And what you're seeing right now, this is what's called the Church of the Nativity. That mosaic that you're seeing on the wall, that's part of the original. So is this part of the original flooring and wall of the church when it was first built. This is the place that some believe holds the actual location of where Jesus was born. But either way, I wanted to take a moment and just show you around this beautiful old Christian church. You can still see there's some graffiti on the wall there. We saw a bunch of that in Jerusalem as Christians kind of tagged it and marked it and wanted to just be known for being in that area. It was kind of their way of showing their faith. And it's right in here inside this golden area that some believe is the actual specific location of where Christ was born, right there in that spot. Now we're going to move a little northeast to what is known as the Shepherd's Field. This is the area where the shepherds would have been the night the angels appeared to them, the night Jesus Christ was born. These were the first people invited to see the newborn Messiah by God Himself. A couple of things that I found as beautiful. First of all, the shepherds that would have been on these hillsides would have most likely raised the sacrificial sheep for the Holy Temple. Therefore, the sheep that were used as sin offerings in the temple, those shepherds were the first ones to see the newborn Messiah. In addition, the name Bethlehem means house of bread. And so for the bread of life, for the one who instigated Holy Communion to be laid in, of all things, a manger is just kind of beautifully poetic in itself. What you're also seeing there, what you're also seeing there is a cave near the shepherd's field where we don't know if the shepherds would have used this specific one or not, but it was similar to where they would have brought their sheep at night or if there was a bad storm. And so this beautiful little chapel was built there in the cave. Also, not too far away would be what's called the Chapel of the Nativity. This is a chapel that was designed specifically for remembering and celebrating when the angels came and announced the newborn Messiah to those shepherds. And now, before we leave Bethlehem, I want to leave you with this moment of worship I was blessed to participate in that little chapel of the Nativity. Now, before we wrap up, there's two more places I want to take you. The first is we're going to head back up north just a little bit to right outside of the Old City, Jerusalem. If you remember when we were at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, that's where our Catholic friends believe that Jesus Christ's cross was at, where he was crucified. The only concern with that is that that location is actually inside the Old City, Jerusalem. Scripture tells us that he was crucified outside the city, and that the place he was crucified at, Golgotha, is called, which means the skull. Now, amazingly enough, there is a hill right outside the city that looks like a skull. There was even a 2,000-year-old tomb that was found near that site. Now, we don't believe that that was the tomb of Christ, but as a place where they would have typically crucified people, it would not be illogical to believe that there would have been tombs very close nearby. The only thing that's really difficult about this is that today there's actually a bus depot that owns the property right in front of that skull-shaped hill. So the closest that we can get is actually on the side of it, which is a property that was purchased and developed so that it could preserve that area as a more likely place of the crucifixion of Christ. Now we're going to head back up north just a little bit and go east, basically halfway between Jerusalem and the Dead Sea, to an area called Bethesda. And it is there that we find the pool of Bethesda. This is the scripture that talked about the swirling waters and the man who had been lame for so many years. And one day when Jesus Christ came to him and asked him, "Do you want to be well?" Through a miracle, he healed his legs, and the man was able to stand up, take his mat, and go home. Now, the other parts that you're seeing here, these are actually ruins because over the generations, so many people have conquered this area and just built up and up and up. That's why the pit where the pool of Bethsaida is so low to the ground, so deep down in there. You can also see the fact that it has been built up so much by the simple fact that in this photo you can see people's houses are connected to these ancient holy sites. This is how tightly compact the area around and including Jerusalem is. Now, next time we get together, we're going to continue heading east and we're going to go to the lowest point in the world, the Dead Sea. We're going to take some time to explore this area that the Jordan River empties out into. We're going to look at a place called Masada, and we are going to continue our pilgrimage through the Holy Land.